Hello students. So today we are going to learn about our topic mensuration. Okay. Today 18th May we are going to learn mensuration. Of class 7. Now what is in the mensuration? The topic is area of rectilinear figure. Area of rectilinear figures. Now, what is rectilinear figure? What is rectilinear figure? The definition I am reading from your book. A figure made of with some line segment is called rectilinear figure, and these line segments are called the side. Okay. So the figure that made up with some line segment, okay, that is called rectilinear figure. Next come to closed figure. A rectilinear figure having no free end is called a closed figure. So if we take first we take a rectilinear figure, this and this. So this is the rectilinear figure. If we are taking, okay, four sides are there. Now closed rectilinear figure. Closed rectilinear figure. What is closed? Now all the sides should be engaged. In which all the sides should be engaged. There will be no free space around here. Okay. So that is called closed rectilinear figure. Next come to simple figure. Simple figure. What is simple figure? A rectilinear figure is said to be simple if no two sides of it intersect except at a common endpoint. Okay. A rectilinear. So now if we take a closed figure, the example. If we take the example, what is my example? A triangle. Okay. A square. This is a square. A rectangle. Or if we take a trapezium shape. So these are my rectilinear figure. Rectilinear closed figure. Okay. So next come to a simple figure. A rectilinear figure is said to be simple if no two sides of it intersect except at a common point. Some example: a rectangle, a square, a triangle, and a parallelogram, a trapezium are all example of closed rectilinear figure. The figure, suppose, so what is simple figure? Suppose we are taking this figure. So here two sides of this figure, this rectilinear figure, is intersect at a point. If we name the vertices A, B, C, D, E and F. So this is intersected here. So this is a simple figure. This is the drawing of a simple figure. Okay. Next, here the figure A, B, E, DCF is the simple figure. Okay. So next come to perimeter. The perimeter of a plane figure is the length of its boundary. Okay. Now, what is the perimeter? If we take, suppose this a figure, this is a figure, suppose. So what is the perimeter? Perimeter is this path. From here we are starting this is the perimeter. Now again, if we are taking a triangle, so this is the perimeter. From here, this is the perimeter. So I take a rectangle, so this is the perimeter. If we take a square, so this is a perimeter. The side, total length of the side. If we add the sides, all the sides, then what length we have got, that is called the perimeter of that rectilinear figure. Okay. Next, region enclosed by a plane figure. Region enclosed. Region. What is the region? Now, if we take one plane figure, suppose if we take a rectangle here, some example, triangle, this is trapezium, parallelogram also a parallelogram, this is also a closed figure. Now if we take a region, this region, okay, so if we take a rectangle like that, so what will be the region? The region is this portion. This is called the region, the internal portion that is enclosed by this straight line. Okay. You can see from your book, these are the region. Now not only this, actually this is also a region for this quadrilateral or rectangle. This is also a region. Now region divided into two parts. If we take the internal this, so this is called the interior region. Interior region. And if we take the external part of the rectangle, that is called exterior region. Exterior region. Okay, so interior and exterior. Next come to area. Okay, what is area? The area is the measurement of the region enclosed by a plane. Measurement of region enclosed. Now this time we are taking this portion. Okay, the total measurement of this enclosed by this 4 straight line or this figure. So for this is the area. And if we take a triangle, this will be the area. Okay. If we take a parallelogram, for the parallelogram, this will be the area. This will be the area. If for a square, this will be the area. So this is the main concept of area. Next come to units of area. Units of area. Standard unit. If the sides are given, in centimeter, sides are given in centimeter. Okay. So the units of area should be square centimeter or centimeter square, whatever you say. It's clear. Now If we take the sides in meter, then what will be the area? Square meter, SQ meter we are writing here in short, or meter square. It's clear. So these are the standard unit. Next, conversion of unit are given here. Conversion of unit is given in your book. Conversion of unit. So actually I am not doing this. You have to remember here. You have to remember this conversion of unit. I am writing some special unit conversion. I hope you all know about 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter, 1 decameter is equal to 1 decimeter is equal to 10 centimeter, 1 decameter is equal to 10 meter, 1 hectometer is equal to 100 meter. You have to remember all these things. Okay. Now 1 centimeter. Let us change one unit so that you can understand. Suppose we take 1 centimeter square. 1 centimeter square. So 1 centimeter square means 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. Is it clear? So that means 1 centimeter means 10 millimeter. If we are changing this centimeter square to millimeter square, 10 millimeter into 10 millimeter. So that means 100 millimeter square. So 1 centimeter square is equal to 100 millimeter square. Next, if we have to change 1 meter square to centimeter square, 1 meter square is equal to 1 meter into 1 meter. Okay. So that means now 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So that is equal to 100 centimeter into 100 centimeter. Okay. So that means centimeter square. Means 10,000 centimeter square. So these are the basic conversion. Now 10,000 we can write by the laws of exponents. It means 10 to the power 5 centimeter square. Okay. So this is the conversion of unit. Now we are writing 1 hectare. We have to know. Similarly, 1 kilometer square, 1 km square is equal to, if we multiply this 1000 into 1000, we are getting 10 to the power 6 meter square. This is 1 km square, 10 to the power 6 meter square. Now, if we have to change, we have to know another unit of area, that is hectare. We have to know that 1 hectare. One hectare is equal to 10,000 meter square. You have to remember this. 10,000 meter square. 1 hectare is equal to. So these are the basic conversion of area. I suggest you that you should learn from your book from R.S. Agarwal. It is given. It is from R.S. Agarwal. This obviously R.S. Agarwal book. Now let's quickly come to the formula. First is area and perimeter of a rectangle. I hope you know all the things. Area and perimeter of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle is if the length is denoted by L unit. Unit means it should be centimeter or meter or kilometer should be if it is a big region of rectangular shape. And breadth is equal to this small l and small b unit, okay. So the area of this rectangle should be L into B unit square, okay, L into B unit square. So now if we take, now area is equal to length into breadth, area is equal to length into breadth, so we can easily determine here length is equal to, length L is equal to area, if we take area as area by breadth, okay. Similarly breadth is equal to area by length. Now if we take a rectangular figure, rectangular shape, suppose like that, so this is my L and this is B, okay. So if we have to find this diagonal of a rectangle, so what should be my answer? My answer should be root over of L square plus B square, okay. So that is my diagonal. So next come to the perimeter of a rectangle. But this all are going for area. Then perimeter. As we all familiar with the perimeter of a rectangle, the perimeter should be 2 into length plus breadth unit, or 2 into L plus B unit, okay. Next come to area and perimeter of a square. This is going for rectangle, area and perimeter for rectangle. Next area and perimeter of a square, Now for that, for a square, no length and breadth, there will be one measurement, that is, if we take each side, is equal to a unit should be in centimeter or meter or kilometer. For a big region it should compare as a kilometer. Now for that, the area should be, area A should be A square, A into A means side square, so square unit, okay. Next, so if we have to find side means root over of area, If area is equal to side square, then side is equal to root over of area from the log of exponent, this unit. Next, diagonal of a square, diagonal. Now if we consider this, so this is a right angle triangle, this triangle is a right angle triangle. So if we take A, so my height is A and this base is A. So this equal to, by Pythagoras theorem, this equal to, if we apply, the diagonal should be, actually Pythagoras theorem you not know right now, you have to remember only the formula. The diagonal should be root 2A, root 2 into A, root 2 into A unit. You have to remember only. Now if the diagonal is given, then what is the area of a square? We have to find the area of a square. What is the area? Area is equal to half into root 2 into diagonal square. half into diagonal square. Okay. Next, perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 4a unit. 4a unit. Okay. So these are going for area and perimeter of a square into 4 into side. 4 into side. Next, come to area of a 4 wall of a room. Now, considering a room is a type of cuboid, shape of cuboid. This you have already read about. Cuboid shape, like a matchbox. Okay. This is the shape of a room should be. So for a room there should be length, breadth and height. Now if we take length as L, breadth as B and height as H, we are taking. So the area of 4 wall of the room should be 2 into LB plus BH plus HL square unit. Okay, 2 into LB plus BH into HL. And the diagonal of a room is root over of L square plus B square plus H square unit. The diagonal, since this is a rectangle, the diagonal should be this corner to this corner. Now if we take one 3-dimensional figure, that is which have a length, breadth and height, then the diagonal is any two opposite vertices of the different plane, that is from here to here. This is the diagonal, and from, if we consider that this is the diagonal. Okay, so the diagonal of the room is equal to length square plus breadth square plus height square unit. So these are going for the formula. I am just showing you. It is given in your book, R.S. Agarwal. You just remember all the formula. Without remembering, you are not able to solve any single problem. Clear? So next we have to move. Now again I am suggesting you that you should do all the solved problem of your R.S. Agarwal math book. Now let us quickly move. You don't miss any question from the example. You have to look at all the examples. Now let us move to exercise 20A. EX20A. That is our classwork for today. EX20A. Okay. Page number 229. Page number 229. Now here, in question number 1, the area of a rectangle whose dimensions. Dimension means length and breadth. Okay. Dimension means length and breadth. So length and breadth are given. We have to find the area. Question number 1. Length is equal to 24.5 meter and breadth is equal to 18 meter. So we have to find the area. So what should be the area? The area is multiplication of these two. length into breadth, that means 24.5 into 18 meter square. Now if we multiplying that, two two zero five, I think 220.5 meter square. So that should be my area. Okay. Now if we have to find the perimeter, I am doing this. If you have to find the perimeter, what we have to do? 2 into 24.5 plus 18. Okay. This will be my perimeter. This will be my perimeter. That means 2 into 42.5. That means 85 meter. 85 meter is my area. Sorry, perimeter. So you just go through the next question. I am reading the next question. Find the area of a rectangular plot. Quite similar to that. The sides of a rectangular park are in the ratio 4:3. If its area is 1728 meter square, find the cost of fencing at rupees 30 per meter. So for that, the area of a rectangular, the sides are given. Question number 3. Question number 3. Sides are in the ratio. Sides are in the ratio 4:3. Let the sides are 4x and 3x. Unit should be. Now here the area is 1728. Now according to the problem, 4x into 3x is equal to 1728. Okay. Now here 12x square is equal to 1728. Now x square equal to 1728 by 12. If we do this, 1728 144. This comes 144. Means x is equal to root over of 144 means 12. So my sides are 4 into 12 48 and 3 into 12 36 meter, obviously, because area in meter. So my perimeter is we have to apply the formula of perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 2 into 48 plus 36 meter. That means 2 into 84. That means 168 meter. Okay. Now we have to find the cost of fencing at rupees 30 per meter square per meter. So cost of fencing at rupees 30 per meter is equal to, in 1 meter cost is 30 rupees 30. For 168 meter the cost would be 168 into 30. This is the total rupees. rupees 5040. This is my required answer. Rupees 5040. Hope you are able to see this. This should be, the answer should be, the cost of fencing is equal to rupees, total cost of fencing rupees 5040. Okay. So that is my answer. Next, quickly move to another question. That is question number 5. A veranda 40 meter long and 15 meter broad. It is paved with stones. It measures dimension 6 decimeter by 5 decimeter. Find the number of stones required. Now, this is question number 5. Question number 5. Okay. Now for that we have to first equal the units. That is here decimeter unit. One unit is given in decimeter. The small units are given in decimeter, and the large units are given in meter. Now we have to convert meter into decimeter. That is 40 meter length. 40 meter means 400 decimeter. Meter decimeter 400 decimeter, and 15 meter 150 decimeter. So now suppose we have to pave this veranda. This is a veranda. We have to pave with this by small bricks. Okay, with small, suppose bricks or whatever, this type of thing. So we have to find the area of each of these small rectangle, and if we divide the, and we have to find the area of this big rectangular shape, big rectangular veranda shape. Now if we divide this veranda, area of this veranda by this small rectangles that we have to pave with, so we are getting the total number of brick required or whatever we have to take. And now that means the area 40 into 15. (600 dm square). The area of this is the area of veranda. This is the area of veranda. Next, area of each stone. Area of stone. Area of stone is equal to 6 into 5, because length is 6 decimeter and breadth is 5 centimeter, that is 30 decimeter square. So the total stones required is equal to 600 by 20. Okay, 20 is my answer. Next, find the cost of carpeting a room 13 meter and 9 meters with the carpet of width 75 centimeter at a rate 105 per meter. We have to carpeting the room. Okay. So for that, what we have to do? We have to first find the area of this room. Okay. Then the width of the carpet is given here 75 centimeter, but the length is not given. So length we have to find. Now let us look how I am solving this. Question number 6. Question number 6. Length and breadth of the room. Length is equal to 13 meter. Means 1300 centimeter. Breadth is equal to 9 meter, means 900 centimeter. So area of the room, I am not writing the room, area of room, okay, is equal to 1300 into 900. 117. This will be my result. Okay. This centimeter square. Now let the length of the carpet, is 75 centimeter. Sorry, is x centimeter, and breadth is given. Breadth of carpet is 75 centimeter. That is given. So we can write that this x into 75 is equal to 117 this centimeter square. This is equal to this. Now if we have to find the length, x is equal to 11700 by 75. This centimeter. Okay. Next. So this is the centimeter. Now the cost of the length is given in meter. So again we have to convert it in a meter. That is x is equal to 11700 by 75 meter. Now the cost of carpeting is rupees 105 per meter. So the total cost of carpeting what should be my total cost of carpeting? This multiplied by 105. That means 1170 by 75 into 105. Four into 21, 234, 4914 rupees 4914. That is my answer. Okay. You can see it that. Now there will be another question for in class in 9. Find the length of the largest pole that can be placed in the hall of 10 meter long, 10 meter wide and 5 meter height. So here the hint is given. The length of the diagonal, length of a diagonal of a room is the largest pole. So that we have to find. So we have to find L square root over L square plus B square plus H square. Okay. And next come to question number 10. Find the area of a square. Each of whose sides is measured. Sides is given here. 8.5. So we have to multiply question number 10. I am giving you the hint. Sides are given 8.5 meter. So we have to find, for finding the area, we have to multiply this. Okay, whatever result comes meter square, that should be my required area. Do you understand? Next, we have to find the area of a square whose diagonal is given. Question number 11. Now for a square, for a square if the diagonal is given, then the area should be half into diagonal square. So we have to make half into, for first question, this 72 is given. For first question, question number 11, first question, 72 is given, means 72 square means half into 72 into 72 square centimeter, obviously, or centimeter square, obviously. So we are calculating this, whatever comes here, that will be my required answer. Similarly for question number 2 also, from 11. Next, the area of a square is given. Find the length of its diagonal. Okay. Now area of a square, question number 12. Next from question number 12. Area is given. Area given. Okay. Now we have to find the side. What is the formula to find side? Side is equal to root over of area. So we have to do the square root of 16200. We have to make the square root of 16200. Okay. Now no, actually we have to apply direct. Means area is equal to given 16200. 16200. So half into diagonal square. Diagonal square is equal to area. Now we are known the diagonal is equal to root 2 into side. If we take side is equal to 2a, so that square is equal to my area. Okay. Now from here we can easily find the value of a. We have to find the value of a. So if we can find the value of a, not a, we have to find the value of root 2a. Now from here we can easily find the value of root 2a. Root 2a is equal to 162. Root 2a square is equal to root 2a is equal to 16200 into 2, root over of this. Okay. So this is root 2a. Next come to the area of a square field is half hectare. Find the length of its diagonal in meter. Now we have to know that 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 meter square. So half hectare is equal to 5,000 meter square. Again we have to find the diagonal like this, applying this formula. That is half into root 2a. Root 2a should be the diagonal if a is the side. Similarly, question number 14, the area of a square plot is given. Find the length of wire which can go 4 times along its boundary. So question number 14, let us take question number 14. If we take question number 14, suppose we take a rectangular, a square plot. Now this is the perimeter. If we go through one by this side, hold the side. If we take starting from only one, if you take only one times move, then here it will we first find the perimeter of this. Now if we multiply the perimeter, find the perimeter of this. If you multiply the perimeter P as 4 by 4, we are getting my required result. Okay. Now for that the area is given. That means side square is given. Side square is given. Okay. So side is equal to root over of area. So we are getting easily side. Now we have to multiply this each side into 4. So we are getting the perimeter capital P, and again we have to multiply that by 4. We are getting my required result. So up to question number 14. Up to question number 14. Today, question number 14. today the math I have given you as hint, that is your today's classwork you have to do today. Okay, and rest of the math I have not given you hint or whatever rest of the math up to question number 14, that is your homework. Okay, so that's it for today's class. You can write down these things in your mensuration copy. Okay, mensuration, you have to make mensuration copy. In that mensuration copy you have to start exercise twice R.S. Agarwal, page number 229, and mention the date also. Okay, so that's it for today's class. I will join for the next class. Till then, keep watching and please do subscribe my channel for getting more educated related video. Okay, thanks you.